Hello students, watching my videos, all students of NTT and DECE are welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope that the preparation for exams is going on well. In this video, I am going to discuss the question paper of 2000 June 2019 Diploma in Early Childhood Care and Education DECE 1. So students, in this you can see that question number 1 is compulsory. Answer any 4 from the remaining questions, that is part number 1 is compulsory question number 1, and the rest we have in it 6 parts further, that is total we have 7. First one is compulsory, and out of these 6 questions we have to solve any 4 parts from the questions. So first question here we are going to discuss is that given below is a list of activities for each. State the area in which the activity primarily fosters development. They have given us the example that's racing to touch a tree. That is, it is gross motor development. So, first question, an outdoor game with rules. As without rules, if the child is playing outside in the ground, so it is a gross motor development. But here an outdoor game with rules fosters playing outdoor games fosters the fine motor skills that he learns the rules of the game and he plays according to the rule of the game. Our second question, hide and seek game. Playing in the open, it clears the concept of space is developed in the child. With it, this cognitive development, and it fosters cooperation among the children. Third, making a necklace with beads. As the child puts the string in the necklace, that the beads he has, so this fosters eye and hand coordination, and with this fine motor skills are developed. Then next is floating object on water. Concept of object is cleared here, that whether the object is heavy or light, what's the size of the object, which things can float on the water, and the cognition skills are developed in this. 5. Forming different shapes using sticks. So with using the sticks, the child learns to make the different shapes. As triangle he can make the house with it. So different shapes can be made with the help of the sticks. So the child learns from here which one is big, which one is small, how to adjust the sticks. So seriation ability in this, seriation ability is developed and cognitive skills are developed. So this was our first part of the question. The B part of the first question is that as a preschool teacher, what are the aspects you will keep in mind when selecting a play activity for 3-year-olds? When as a preschool teacher, what are the aspects you will keep in mind when selecting a play activity for 3 years old? For carrying out play activities with children, one must think like a child, because a 3-year child is a very small child, so he is not a big, so we don't have to think like a big. So here we have to think like a child, that how the child will understand the things. In some cases, the preschool teacher may need to read books before carry out an activity with the children. So the teacher has to prepare herself so that when she is doing something with the child, so when the child asks the question, she should answer her all questions. Her queries should be satisfied. For example, when talking to children about shadows, one may need to read upon that topic. So when we are talking about some shadows, we have to read, the teacher has to read about the topic, the shadows, so that the teacher can answer their questions. Before planning any activity for the 3-year-old children, one must keep the following aspects in mind. First, what is it that you want the children to learn through the activity? That is, what is the goal of your activity? So, before planning, the educator must keep in mind what is it that you want the child to learn from the activity. What is the goal of your activity? Second part, how will they learn this? That is, what will be the content of your activity? How you are going to discuss the activity with how you are going through the activity with the child. Third point, what material you will use to carry out the activity. So which materials will be used? The material should not be too expensive. So simple, what we have nearby are or you want to buy from the market also, so you should not buy the expensive materials to make the child understand. The child should understand from the environment itself. The material should be taken from the environment. Fourth part, how will you find out whether or not the child have reached the goal? That is evaluation. So last we will do the evaluation, the usefulness of the activity, whether the child has understood the activity or not, what the educator tried to educate the child. So let us look at each of these aspects. Number one, goal of an activity. For example, children will have gained as understanding about some animals. Okay, for example, we have taken that children might have gained some understanding about the animals, or children will enjoy making greeting cards, or children will gain some understanding about colors through this rhyme. So we are going to speak about any rhyme. So the child should understand about the animals, enjoying greeting cards, or will gain some understanding. So a goal therefore means that after the particular activity, child will able to name, identify, construct, solve, select, compare, and so on. Second point, before selecting the content of the activity, what do children already know about the topic? So you should discuss content. While in discussion, we should discuss about what the child already know about the topic. Is the content of the activity realistic? That will the children understand the concept? It's according to their level. So the content should be according to the level of the student. Is the concept worthwhile for the children at this stage, or will it be better to wait until they are older? The activities that you choose should give children an opportunity to think, offer a challenge, but also be ones that children can successfully achieve. And they should show interest to them and relevant to their lives. Third part, what materials you will use to carry out that activity? So while planning the activity, check to see whether or not you have the materials needed for it. Do you need to get something? How expensive is the play material? Is it safe for children to play with? And the last point, evaluation. After conducting any activity, it is important to find out whether or not children have grasped the concept. So there are many ways to judge the children whether they have understood the concept. So some of these are through discussion, ask questions based on the activity, ask the children to recall the sequence of events in the activity, carry out the art activities. For example, after talking about the festival of Diwali, ask children to draw something on this theme. So, in this way, not only you judge children's understanding, but this becomes a new activity itself which the children enjoy. So, this was the question. As a preschooler teacher, what are the aspects you will keep in mind when selecting a play activity for 3 years old? So, this question is of 5 marks, but I have tried the little big so that we can, if we want to expand it, we can expand the answer for 10 marks also. Other question is C part of the question. First question, it is of 10 marks. That is, develop a schedule for activities for 3 days for a group of 25 4 years olds. Justify your selection of activities. So we have to make the schedule as we have done in the assignments also, how the schedule of the activities we have prepared in the project work. So in this also we have to make the 3 days activity schedule for the 25 4-year-olds children, group of 25. It's a 4 years group children. So I have tried to make some schedule for the children, that is day 1, day 2 and day 3. So first day, second day and third day. So timing will be 9 to 9:30. The children arrive, greet them, assembly, rhymes. You take the rhymes, talking about the plans for the day, today what we are going to do. So this will be the timing for 9 to 9:30 that children arrive in the school. We greet them, assembly time, rhymes time. You take during the prayer, the students will say some rhymes, and after that the educator should talk to the children about the plan of the day, today what they are going to do. Then afterwards 9:30 to 10:15 a.m. in the first period, that is the structured activity. So first day, structured activity of color through color cards, using color cards for matching and labeling, identifying similar colored objects in the room. And in the second day also, there also we have kept that second day we will plan to walk in the neighborhood with a view to observe the color of plants and flowers. And the third day there will be a structured activity of puppet show. A puppet show will be shown to the child so that they enjoy the puppet show and come to know about the dramatization, how the drama takes place. Then we have after 10:15 to 11 a.m. in the morning, when the teacher had discussed about the color, so in the second period the teacher will give them some painting and drawing activity related to the structured activity, so that the children's concept of color is clear. They will get chance to experiment with colors. This activity will give them freedom to choose what they want to do. So they will come to know how to make the new colors, what are the colors. So in the morning when we did this colors matching and labeling, then in the second period you do the painting, drawing and related to the structured activity. In the second day, discussion on what the children observed during the walk, preserving the flowers, leaves and stones collected during the walk. Since focus on the walk or color, the discussion can highlight this aspects. And on the third day we had the puppet show. So in the puppet show, what the child see in the puppet show, and next time as the morning activity appeal to children's fantasy and imagination, it would be good idea to carry out the activities related to the puppet show. The children will want to handle the puppets, make their own stories. Some children draw and paint at this time. So some may discuss what they saw in the morning in the puppet show with the teacher. Then we had that the snacks time. Then after snacks 11:30 to 12:15, as the children have the routine after the snack, they go for the free play. Outdoor free play is kept after the period, that is so that the children can choose the game of their own, so that their physical and motor development take place. In the second day, the students went for the walk. Then we had the discussion on the preserving of the flowers. Then the same leaf and flower painting will be used that they had collected in the morning, so that the children will make the shapes of the flowers and do the drawing on the paper. And the third day there will be a outdoor free play. After the snacks, the routine of the outdoor games. And in the last 12:15 to 12:45, indoor free play game will be choose from the various activities and move freely from one activity to another. The children here can do puzzle, some blocks, they can do drawing. Indoor free, they can play any games and they can move from one group to other group, so that activity, whichever activity they want to play, and move freely in the classrooms. Then next part, as a routine work outdoor, second day we had that after drawing they were allowed to, as a routine outdoor play activity. And the third day we had that after the outdoor free play game, the children were allowed the indoor free play games and the rhymes. So some students will be playing and some students can say the rhymes, and they can enjoy the indoor free play games as they want. So it will be a little light, that in the morning the children might have been tired, so that we can take a light rest and the free play game. So, and that after 12:45 to 1, that's a departure time. The students go, it's a say bye bye to the teacher, they have a good day to the teacher. And this was the first part of the question of paper, that is we discussed about the 3 questions. First one, what did they learn from the activities. Second was that about the, as a preschool teacher, what aspects should be kept in mind while selecting a play activity for the 3 years old children. And the third was the schedule for the 25 4-year-olds group children. So thank you students for watching the video. I hope so you would have liked the video. So please like it and subscribe it. Thank you.